Hello there, Teluta Multi-Empo Report. Today we're going to be talking about translation key missing, Kong-Rey, yes, and many different areas of probability. But first, we're going to talk in Spanish. Hablo en español primero, sí. Entonces, hay una tormenta por aquí, Kong-Rey. Según el JTWC, Kong-Rey es una depresión tropical, pero según el JMA, solo es una zona de baja presión en el momento. Según el JMA, hay unos pocos avisos del mar, gale y casi gale, sí. Y unos pocos avisos de tierra para vientos y lluvias y inundaciones repentinas y olas altas. Sí, esta es la verdad. Y por aquí hay una zona de probabilidad baja. Y por aquí en el Pacífico Occidental hay dos zonas de probabilidad, 10% aquí y 30% por aquí. Y en el Atlántico hay una zona de probabilidad 10%. Y esta zona en el momento tiene una probabilidad de 40%, pero en los próximos 5 días tiene una probabilidad de 60%, ¿sí? 40% y 60% en los próximos 5 días. Sí, es la verdad. Y el siguiente nombre de una tormenta en el Atlántico es Gabriel. En el Pacífico, Kiko. Kiko y Gabriel, sí. Y es todo en español para hoy. So yes, in English now, we've got one tropical cyclone-related thing in effect. According to the site, it's called translation missing. En.no King Kong-Rey. What a mouthful. And I think that's because, according to the JMA, it's a low, and apparently the site doesn't know how to process. I say the site. The stuff I wrote doesn't know how to process it. So according to the JTWC, which is presumably further out of date than the JMA, they're calling it a tropical depression, whereas the JMA, which generally is more up to date, is calling it just a low pressure area. However, there's still some gale warnings in effect for the areas around Kong-Rey, and in actual JMA, the land advisory's got things such as, if we go back, such as heavy rain, flood, gale, high waves, thunderstorms, and so on and so forth. For some of these areas where they've got the red, apparently, or orangish red is the warning, everything else, or the yellows, is advisory. So yes, that is what is going on with that storm. And then got a whole bunch of probability areas. This one over here is just a low chance at the moment. And then in the Eastern Pacific, have a 10% over here. And a 30% chance over there. In the Atlantic, got a 10% chance. And then this thing, that at the moment has a 40% chance. If you go in and read the deeper, the further outlook, it actually has a 60% chance in the next 5 days for this one. If this were to turn into something and reach tropical storm strength, it would be Gabrielle. The next one in the Eastern Pacific is Kiko. Yes, but if you look at the spaghetti models for this one, it's possible this one wouldn't be a threat to land, or I should say, it wouldn't be a threat to this land over here. It could still be a problem, of course, for the Azores Islands, depending on what happens with that storm. So yeah, something to pay attention to or something. And that is what is happening in the land of tropical cyclones today. Yeah, so let's talk about severe thunderstorm weather in the US today. This is the most recent outlook for the Storm Prediction Center, and just to point things out, basically what they changed is they, I believe, added more areas here with the 15% chance on both of these. I think that was pretty much the extent of what changed. So let's talk about the watches that are in effect right now. So 2 different severe thunderstorm watches. This for Nebraska, South Dakota, and Wyota, apparently is how you would pronounce those 2 state names, in effect until 9 p.m. Mountain Time. And then Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin with that one until 9 p.m. CDT. Those are watches. The warnings in effect as of the time I loaded this page were a few severe thunderstorm warnings, and even got one in California, apparently. Yeah. And then some flash flood warnings in effect. So, yes, that is what's happening. And, of course, I'll be out of date by the time you're watching this. In general today, though, here's the outlook map showing the probability of 58 mile per hour of greater winds. So here, again, 15% and 15%. Then 5% back there for parts of Arizona, Nevada, and California. Severe hail-wise, which would be hail 1 inch or larger. Similar-ish area, except it completely drops this. And then tornado-wise, it's not predicted to be much of a threat today. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen. It just, the outlook, the conditions are not favorable for tornadoes today. Tomorrow, 15% chance again, it moves onto this area. So yes, that is what is happening. And I have not figured out how to end this thing when I edit it, when I chop it up. Because normally I'd say, hey, severeweathertv.com is the official homepage of the screencast. So I really should have just shown that anyway. Anyway, here we'll cue some kind of end thing, whatever we end up doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, enjoy your day and stay safe out there, since I guess this is the out.